I am Victoria. If you haven't been to my channel, welcome. I discuss relationship issues and I recently got a cold and it's really taking its toll on me, but I think I'm better today than I was yesterday. So I've taken some cold medication and it's making me feel some type of way, but I hope I'm audible. So in yesterday's video, I was talking about narcissism and the characters that you can expect to find in a narcissist. And one of them was manipulation, so I thought it made sense to talk about manipulation today. So I wanted to share with you some of the signs that may show you that you're being emotionally manipulated in the relationship that you're in. For this video, I've also done some research. I've written some notes, so I'm going to be referring to them every now and then. So a narcissist, as I said yesterday, is going to manipulate you so that they can get what they want out of you. No one is perfect enough for a narcissist, but they know that they can manipulate you into acting like you're perfect enough to keep supplying them with what you need. So as always, a manipulator might be a male, a female, your teacher, your student, your daughter, your son, your parent, an employer, an employee. They can just be anyone in your life. The relationship to you doesn't affect their nature as a manipulator. So anyone can manipulate you, really. You need to keep an eye open for this. Okay. So the first sign that you might be going through emotional manipulation, and by the way, manipulation is behavior that tries to control you and exploit you or make you act in a way that benefits the person manipulating you. So they will try to make you change your habits, your lifestyle, your behavior to make it more comfortable for them. And this is the biggest intention is to shift the power dynamic in your specific relationship with them. It's to shift the power dynamic so that it's in their favor, so that they're in control all the time. And you are basically destabilized so that you can try and rely on them for stability. So that's out of the way. The first sign that you might be going through emotional manipulation is what's this? If your partner always tries to make you feel guilty and ashamed of yourself, like they will almost always tell you that you don't look good in the outfits that you choose. Your choice of accessories is questionable. You speak funny. Your eyebrows are too far apart or they're too close together. Just anything, really. And honestly, I hope I'm audible because I have a mic, but the cold has decided to try and rival technology. So anyway, if the person you suspect is manipulating you just never has a kind word to say about you, they are always criticizing your choices, your actions, your everything about you, then they might be trying to manipulate you. Another sign that you might be emotionally manipulated is if the person is gaslighting you. And I'm going to make another video in the future on gaslighting. So today I'll just give a brief definition of what gaslighting is. So when someone gaslights you, they try to make you feel like your thoughts and your actions aren't rational. You are illogical for feeling the way you feel, for acting the way you feel. Like they make you feel like you are borderline insane, like your mind isn't right. Like you're the only person who will act the way you're acting in a situation like that. So gaslighting you is it's like the worst kind of manipulation tactic that exists, because it can really mess up your mental state, because you'll stop believing in yourself. Like you'll start doubting yourself and second guessing everything that you do, because you'll think, wow, am I a bad person, or am I wrong for this? When you start asking yourself questions like that, you need to take like 2 steps back and just make sure that you're not actually being made to feel insane. You might have a problem, you might be insane, but most of the times you aren't, you're just being manipulated. So be very aware of gaslighting and keep an eye out for my next video about it. Another sign that someone is manipulating you is if they try to embarrass you in public and highlight things that you're insecure about, things that you shared with them in confidence because you trusted them, but they turn around and try to put this out there so that they can make you feel little and ashamed. I think this is an extension of the first point, really. So no one has the right to share things that you tell them in private, to share them in public, because if you wanted them out there, you would have shared them yourself. So if someone does this, they're probably trying to manipulate you. And another kind of manipulation tactic that's also popular with narcissists is when they try to play you against other people. Like they're going to come to you and tell you, hey, so and so said something about you. And then they will go to that person and tell them something slightly different. Like they're just going to be setting you up against other people in your life, mostly people who are close to you. They do this with the intention of driving you away from these people and making you an island, so that it becomes easier to apply the other manipulation tactics on you and just really mess with your brain. And it's really sad, honestly, for someone to do that. But well, it happens. Another sign that you're being manipulated is if the person in question, they love bomb you. That's the word. Love bombing is not like the honeymoon phase in a relationship. The honeymoon phase is when everything just feels rosy and amazing. Your partner is perfect. They're doing nice things. Love bombing is when this person who is manipulating you tries to, like, they go overboard, way overboard. They just sing endless praises. They make you feel like you're a kind of supernatural being who is superior to everyone and everything. And they are lucky to have you, but they are very quick to rein it in and remind you that you are like that because you are with them, or that they bring out these qualities in you. Love bombing might feel nice, especially if you're damaged, but it's something that will just make you walk away fast, because someone who love bombs you, they tell you, hey, I loved you from the first moment I met you. I don't think I can ever meet someone else like you. If you leave me, I'll kill myself. Things like that are manipulation. So be aware of them. Another sign that someone is trying to manipulate you is when their actions rarely or never match with their words. They're going to say one thing, but they will constantly be doing the opposite. And this just shows that it's not in their nature to be nice, but they expect you to be nice. They know that they are imperfect, but they expect you to be perfect. They know that they can sometimes piss you off, but they expect that you will always be happy, you will always have a genuine smile, you'll always be welcoming and warm. And they have very unrealistic expectations of you. That's another sign you're being manipulated. When someone sets you on a pedestal that you can't balance on, but they just don't want you to get off of it. Another sign that you're being manipulated. This is a tactic that manipulators use. It's when they give you the silent treatment. If you notice that the person you suspect of manipulating you is when you do something that they don't like, even if it's something really irrational, like laugh in a certain way, even if you're not laughing at them or with them, just something that's insignificant is what I'm trying to say. If something like that can make them give you the silent treatment, then they're trying to manipulate you with their silence. They're trying to make you feel like, oh, I have to bend over backwards. I have to do everything I can just so that I can get words out of my partner or whoever this person is. This is another really sad manipulation tactic because it makes you start questioning your sanity and your decisions and yourself in general. Like you start asking, wow, am I really good enough for them? Am I going to be able to live up to their standards so that they can talk to me at least? And most of the time, silent treatment is used at the later stages of manipulation when they've already won you over with love bombing and the other manipulation tactics. Wow. So another sign that you might be with a manipulator is when they constantly shift the blame. And this is something else that I talked about with about narcissism. A narcissist will never accept that they're wrong. It'll always be someone else's fault. And someone can manipulate you with this. They will shift the blame at the first opportunity. They're never going to be guilty of anything. It'll be, no, he made me do it. She made me do it. They made me do it. Or if they hadn't done this, then this wouldn't have happened and this wouldn't have happened. You get the drift. It's painful to live through. Blame shifting can be a very annoying kind of manipulation. So I think these are the signs of manipulation that I know and that I think you should watch out for. But I think at this point I should serve another disclaimer, and that's to say that manipulation isn't like a black and white kind of situation. If someone is manipulating you, it doesn't automatically make them evil unless they are using these insidious tactics like love bombing and gaslighting, things that might affect your mental space. And I say that because parents and employees and other people, they might manipulate you by giving you a lot of positive feedback. So this is something that should sound good and that should be good in all intents, and purposes. But when someone's constantly telling you, oh, you're amazing at doing this, no one else can do it like you, and they are either trying to get you to keep doing it, it's an issue if they want to make you keep doing it and they don't want to reward you, like in the case of an employer and their employee. Like they're trying to manipulate you into doing more than your quota, or they are trying to manipulate you into serving a role that you're not being adequately compensated for. If a teacher is constantly telling a certain student that they are the most attentive, they are the most neat, they are the most something positive, so that the student can do something like gatekeep and become is it a class monitor or a prefect, something like that, and work better at their job, so that because, well, they've been told that they're the best in certain behaviors or something like that, then they want to prove this. And that's a kind of manipulation that's out there. I don't know if it's good or bad, but it's manipulation. So man, it's your call to make. If in the end you feel uncomfortable, you feel used and abused, then yeah, it's definitely bad. And it's a good idea to walk away from a manipulator if you can find that these signs, a majority of them in a person, then you are better off walking away, because a manipulator can be very persistent. They might not have the same drive in bettering their lives as they will in manipulating you so that they can keep stringing you along. Like, you will turn them down today, they'll wait for tomorrow and try again. They'll wait a week, they'll wait a month. They'll just keep trying because they've probably seen something in you that they feel can meet a very specific need that they have. Something that's again popular with narcissists, as I talked about yesterday. So those signs they sound similar to what I was talking about when discussing narcissism yesterday, and that's because narcissists are the world's biggest manipulators, but not all manipulators are narcissists. I hope that this makes sense, and I'll try to clarify it maybe in a future video. If you ask me to do it in the comments, I will. So I hope this outline of some signs that you're being manipulated proved helpful. Man, excuse me, and I'll wind it up because I think the cold has called its partners and they are waging a full war. So anyway, if you have any comments, ideas, just anything, share them in the comments and I welcome your input. As always, thank you, Patricia Off Grid, for your interaction is keeping me going and I really appreciate you. I hope one day we'll be able to collaborate on a video if I can maybe come up with something that's going to cross your line of interest. So anyway, thanks and thank you to all my subscribers. Feel free to talk to me. When I see your comment, I am definitely going to respond to it. And as always, I hope I'm helpful and that you can get something to benefit you and improve your life out of this video. That's it for today's video. Goodbye, stay safe. We will chat again hopefully tomorrow. Wow, about something else. I'll think of something and I'll do my research on it. So yeah, bye. Thank you.